Yes.
Dim the lights, let go of the day, and slip into something a little more honest. You're listening to Why Is It So Hard with Lizzie and Nash, where things get deep, raw, and just a little dangerous.
Let's talk about something raw, something most people don't admit to, something that can make you feel almost feral, like your skin is starving, but you've trained yourself to pretend you're fine. It's called skin hunger. And if you've never heard that term before, get ready to feel seen. Because tonight, we're not just talking about foreplay, we're talking about a basic, primal, physical need to be touched, held, stroked, explored, not for function, not for duty, but for desire.
And not just sexual touch, not just getting off or getting in. We mean that slow, patient, erotic kind of touch. The kind that says, I see you, I feel you, I want you, not just your body. But here's the truth. Most people don't get that kind of touch. Not as kids, not as adults, not in relationships. We get transactional sex, obligatory hugs, a quick grope, a rushed kiss. We're tactile creatures who've forgotten how to touch.
So let's slow the hell down. Let's talk about what happens when you haven't been touched. Not tenderly, not erotically, not with intention, for days, weeks, years. You start to ache. You crave things you can't even describe. You might think it's about sex, but it's deeper. It's about presence, permission, devotion. You want someone who lingers, who touches you like you're not just skin and bone, but like your body is a language they're fluent in.
That ache, that's skin hunger. It shows up in a restless body, in irritability and loneliness, in that deep, low hum of sadness that follows you around even when everything looks fine. And let's be real, most people have no fucking clue they're starving because they've never been fed properly in the first place. They've had sex, they've been held, but they've never been seen through touch, never worshipped with hands, never felt a lover's palm trace their hip with the kind of reverence that says, this is holy.
And when we don't get that, we shut down. We stop asking. We numb out. Or we get loud in the wrong ways, jealous, needy, distant. We chase intensity instead of intimacy because somewhere deep inside we're screaming, touch me like I matter. Touch me like I'm not a thing you're using, but a body you're in awe of. Touch me without rushing past me.
Let's go even deeper. A lot of this shit starts early. If you were raised in a home where affection was limited, or where you were taught to be tough to keep your distance to hide need, you learned that craving touch made you weak, or even needy, and then maybe you took that wiring into adulthood. Now you flinch when someone gets too close, or you fuck like you're trying to skip the part where they see you.
And if you're a woman, especially, there's a good chance you've been touched without being asked, or touched in ways that made you shut down, not open up. So when a lover does reach for you slowly, carefully, curiously, you might freeze. Not because you don't want it, but because your body doesn't know how to receive it safely.
So yeah, we're going to teach you how to touch someone like you mean it. But first, we want you to admit it. You're starving. You ache. You want to be touched into being. You want someone who makes your body feel like home again.
And baby, you deserve that. Not as a reward, not as a rare gift, but as your fucking birthright. Let's wake your skin up. Let's get you touched like the miracle of nerve endings you are. We'll show you how to give it and how to take it and how to never apologize for needing it again. Ready? Okay, let's get even more honest. You're here because you're hungry. For more, for better, for real. But how can you expect someone else to touch you like they give a damn if you don't even touch yourself that way? Before you can seduce anyone with your hands, before you can surrender to being caressed, teased, devoured, you've got to start with the one person who knows your skin better than anyone. You.
And I don't mean that fast and dirty, get off and roll over kind of self-touch. I mean slow the hell down. Touch yourself like you're worth exploring, like you're curious, like you've got time. How many times have you gone through the motions just to release tension? Or used porn as a shortcut so that you can get your way into arousal without actually being present? That's not self-pleasure, that's actually maintenance. And damn it, your body is not a vehicle and it does not need a fucking oil change.
What if I told you that real erotic self-touch is like meditation, but with moaning? What if you let your hands wander instead of going straight for the kill? What if you circled your thighs, grazed your belly, touched your collarbone, just to wake yourself up first? Because foreplay isn't just for partners. It's for you. It's for reminding your body that it's alive.
All right, now let's break it down. Touch your skin. Like, really, right now. I don't care where. Your arm, your chest, the back of your neck. But don't do it like you're scratching an itch. Do it like you're saying something. Do it like your hand is whispering, I'm here, I've got you, you're safe. Okay, now breathe. Take 2 fingers. Slide them over the inside of your wrist. Feel the pulse there? That's your fucking aliveness. That's your body talking back.
Want a little ritual? Here we go. 5 minutes. No distractions, just you and your body. You can be naked or not. It doesn't matter. Start with your hands on your thighs. Press in. Don't rush. Trace your palms up your hips. Then slow down even more. Breathe into your belly. Close your eyes. Now graze the tips of your fingers up your stomach, like you're painting heat into your skin. Circle your nipples, not to get turned on fast, but to wake them up. See what they do. Do they harden, tingle, retreat? There's no goal here, just attention.
And for the record, this isn't gendered. Men, if you're listening, your body needs attention too. You've probably been told to just jerk off, come, and move on. But what if you stroked yourself like your cock wasn't a tool, but a conversation starter? What if your fingers ran up your ribs, across your chest, behind your ears, around your inner thighs, before ever touching your shaft? And what if you learned to crave the ache instead of racing to the end?
Let's bring it all back to why this matters. You can't touch another body like it's sacred if you touch your own like it's disposable. You can't beg someone to love your curves, your folds, your hardness, your softness if you avoid them every time you're alone. You want to be a better lover? You want to give her goosebumps? Make him whimper? Make them melt in your hands? Start with the skin that's been waiting for you.
This is your warm-up, your training ground, your playground. Learn the language of your own skin so you can speak it fluently with someone else's. You want to touch her like fire? You better know how to burn. You want to touch her like you own the moment? You better know how your own hands feel wrapped around your hunger.
So here's your challenge. Tonight or tomorrow, but soon.
Now,
Don't touch your genitals at all.
Damn it.
Just explore. Use oils. Use your breath. Use your imagination. Touch your thighs like they're a love letter. Touch your neck like someone's whispering into it. Touch your stomach like you're unraveling a secret. Learn what you like so you can teach someone else. Next, we're going deep into the language of hands, because when it's done right, your fingers can speak filth and poetry at the same time. Okay, here we go. This is where people start shifting in their seats, because this is the part where we stop being metaphorical and we start getting filthy real. Let's talk about your hands, the ones you scroll with, text with, work with, the ones you might have shoved between someone's thighs once or twice and called it a good night. Yeah, those hands. They're capable of absolute fucking magic. If, and this is a big if, you stop using them like tools and start using them like instruments.
People underestimate fingers. They think penetration has to be with a cock, or a toy, or something wild and oversized and vibrating at 90,000 revolutions per minute, or RPMs. But when someone knows what they're doing with their hands, man, nothing beats it. Because fingers are precise. They can ask, they can tease, they can punish, they can praise, all without a single word.
Here's the thing. Fingering someone isn't about getting them ready. That idea, trash it. Because if you're touching her just to prep her for your dick, you're not giving her pleasure. You're rushing her arousal. We're talking about turning your hand into an invitation, something she wants to welcome inside her, not something you shove in like you're punching in a password. Let's slow this down.
Let's also break it down, step by step. You've got your hand between her legs. You don't go in, not yet. Start outside. Trace the crease where her thigh meets her pelvis. Follow the heat. Now, take your fingertips, just the pads, not the nails, and glide them along her outer labia. No pressure, just barely there. Circle. Pause. Come back. Let her body notice you, because the moment you stop treating her like a vending machine and start treating her like a story you're reading slowly, her entire body will lean in.
You want her wet? Make her feel wanted. You want her open? Make her feel safe. And for the love of all things erotic, don't just jab in 2 fingers like you're clocking in for a shift.
Ouch.
Ease them down her slit. Let them slip through the wetness like you're savoring it. Don't go in yet. Stay right at her entrance. Tease her there. That flutter you feel, that subtle pulse, that's her waiting. Now curl 1 finger, not rigid, not tense, but curved, like a come hither, and slip it inside like you've got all the time in the world.
And once you're inside, stillness. Just be there for a second. Let her grip you. Let her draw you deeper. Your finger is not the star of the show. Her body is. You're just there to listen, feel, respond. And while you're in there, curl gently, upward. That spongy thing you feel, that's a G-spot. It's not a button. It's a zone, a ridge, or a response center. It might feel rough, again, like a sponge, or swollen like a bean under the skin. Tap it. Press. Now wait. Then stop. Do it again. Then stop again. Tease her from the inside.
Now, let's add the second hand. This is where shit gets filthy good. Your left hand is inside. Your right hand, use it on her clit. But softly. Don't rush. Circle it. Hover over it. Drag a fingertip across it with just enough pressure to make her whimper. Now sink it. Match the rhythm inside with the rhythm outside. Or better yet, don't. Keep her guessing. Fingers inside curling. Fingers outside circling. Until her hips start to rise. Until she starts to grab your wrist like she's begging for more. That's when you know. She's not just turned on. She's giving you her body.
And if you really want to fuck her mind, talk while you do it. Say things like, I love how you feel on my fingers. Or, you get tighter every time I curl, don't you? Or how about, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to stay right here and ruin you. Use your mouth, not just for kissing, but for narrating her pleasure. Make her hear what you're doing to her. Make her own it.
One more thing, and this is key. Pay attention. She might get quiet. She might moan. She might try to run from the intensity. Don't assume anything. Ask her. Not with words, with your fingers. When she pulses around you, stay. When she clenches, pause. When she breathes differently, wait. Then go again. You're not doing her. You're in communion with her body. You're making art.
So yeah, your hands, they're powerful. Not because they enter her, but because they honor her. Use them with reverence. Use them with intention. Use them like she's never been touched before, because honestly, she probably hasn't.
We've been inside her already, but now we're going to expand. This isn't about her vagina. This is about her whole damn body. Every freckle, every scar, every shiver-inducing inch that's been ignored, skipped, or half-touched for convenience. You want to be a next-level lover? Then you learn to touch her like she's a landscape and you're the explorer who's never been here before. Even if you've touched her 100 times, especially if you've touched her 100 times.
Let me tell you something most people miss. Familiarity breeds laziness.
Yeah.
You stop noticing, you go on autopilot, you skip her stomach, her arms, the backs of her knees because you're too focused on the finish line. You stop being a lover and basically start being a technician, and that's how desire dies. But the body, her body, it's full of fucking secrets if you learn to listen.
Here's how you start. Don't go anywhere near her vulva. Make her wait. Make yourself wait. Lay her down. Look at her. Really look, like you're seeing a painting you want to memorize. Now, start at her feet. Trace the arch. Massage the heel. Drag your nails up her calf, not hard, just enough to make her twitch. Then keep going. Touch behind her knees. That thin, sensitive skin, that's one of the places that's begging to be found.
Move up to the inside of her thighs, but don't go too high. Stay just out of reach of the heat. That's the edge of tease. That's where you build pressure. Then come up to her stomach. Light touch, soft drag, a kiss maybe. And if she's squirming, good. That means she's alive under your hands. Don't pull away because she's self-conscious. Touch her like you worship every inch of her. Make her belly sacred. Make her hips holy. Make her rib cage a fucking altar.
Now slow the hell down when you get to her chest. Her breasts are not a switch to flip. They're a symphony of sensations. Start wide. Circle the entire breast. Cup it. Press. Let it rest in your hand. Then, with the back of your fingers, yes, the back, drag across her nipples and just watch what she does. Does she arch, gasp, sigh? Then go again. This time with your tongue. Circle once, then stop. Breathe over it, then back off. Let the cold air hit that wet skin. Let her nipples ache for your mouth.
And don't forget her arms. The inner arm, right up near the armpit, softest damn skin on her whole body. Run your nose across it. Kiss the inside of her elbow. Bite the muscle of her bicep. Not hard, but enough. Now her neck. This is a whole zone by itself. Lick behind her ear. Blow on it. Whisper filth right there while your fingers are somewhere else entirely. That's how you scramble her brain like an egg.
What we're saying is this. You touch her like her whole body matters. You touch her like there's 1,000 ways to make her come, and maybe only 2 of them are between her legs. You circle, you pause, you linger. You get good at not rushing, because when she realizes you're not trying to get anywhere, her body opens, her breath deepens, her trust expands, and her pleasure, that shit multiplies.
Here's a wild idea. Map her. Like literally. Next time you're alone, get a pen. Get your hands. Get her naked. Start at her toes and ask her, what does this feel like? Pleasant? Ticklish? Boring? Or erotic? Write that shit down. Make a damn topography of her turn-on zones and then use it. Because she won't be the same next time. Her body shifts, her moods shift, her desires evolve. Keep exploring anyway.
Because lovers who never stop learning are lovers who never stop being wanted. You want to touch her like she's brand new? Then treat her like she's never been touched. Not because she hasn't, but because she's never been touched by you like this. All right, we've teased, we've mapped, we've circled her body like it's a sacred temple. Now we're going in. And I want to be crystal clear about something right from the top. Penetrating her with your fingers isn't some starter move. It's not a warm-up act. And it's sure as hell not a checklist item before you shove your cock in. It's its own entire language. And when you speak it fluently, when you mean it when you're inside her, she will crave your hands in ways you've never been craved before.
This isn't about getting her wet. It's not about stretching her out. It's about connection, depth, surrender. It's about using your fingers like they're made of patience and fire. You're not just finger fucking her. You're holding her from the inside. That's a whole different level of presence.
Let's talk about the how, because let's be honest, most of us were never taught. So we're going to do it slow and graphic as hell. You have to start by getting her wet. And no, I don't mean make her wet because your fingers are not entitled to her lubrication yet. I mean turn her on so thoroughly, so deliberately that her body offers it freely. That means kissing her neck. That means teasing her thighs. That means sucking her nipples. That means talking to her like you own her desire. On a side note, if the desire is there, but the wetness lacks, don't be afraid to grab some lube, but that's a topic for another episode. Then, you check. You slide one finger down her slit, not to go in, just to feel. Is she ready? Is she inviting you?
When she is, you take one finger and you press, not hard, just enough for her body to say yes. Then you wait, right there at the entrance. Let the tip of your finger rest in her heat. Then slowly, gently, deeply, slide it in, all the way. Not rushed, not tentative, like you mean it, but you're listening at the same time.
Now stop. Don't move. Let her feel you. Let her body react, pulse, flutter, pull you deeper. She might clinch. She might melt. She might grip you so hard you forget how to breathe. Good. Stay right there. Then curl your fingertip just a little, like you're saying, come here. You'll feel it, that textured, slightly bumpy spot along her front wall. That's her G-spot. And baby, it's not a button. It's a terrain.
You don't poke it, you stroke it. You press, then release. You curl, then pause. Like a wave. Well, like breath. And here's where it gets filthy. You match her sounds. If she gasps when you curl, do it again and again. If she moans louder when you go slower, drag that shit out. Your job is not to do, it's to listen and respond.
And now, add the second finger. Only if she wants it. Only if her body says yes. Ease it in beside the first. Gently, smoothly. Not as a stretch, but as a deeper embrace. Now you've got more surface area, more pressure, more potential. You can start pulsing, tiny rhythmic motions that echo the beat of your breath or hers. Inhale, press in. Exhale, ease back. It becomes this intimate dance, this inside ritual. And when you get it right, she won't just moan, she'll shake.
Now, let's get even closer. Take that thumb, bring it to her clit. And with your 2 fingers deep inside her, you start this double touch rhythm. Thumb circles on her clit, nice and slow and wet. Fingers pressing into her G-spot. She'll start to unravel. You'll feel it, the way she tenses, the way her thighs twitch, the way her voice breaks, the way you feel the inside of her vagina beginning to tent, fuller and fuller. Keep going, but not too fast. Remember, this isn't a race, this is mastery.
And now the dirty talk. If you're silent right now, you're doing it wrong. Say things like, I love how you open for me. Or, you feel so tight wrapped around my fingers. You're dripping. Do you even know what you're doing to me? I'm not going to stop until your thighs are shaking. Say it low. Say it close. Let your mouth be right at her ear. Let her feel your breath while your hands own her. Because now, you're not just pleasuring her, you're possessing her.
And don't stop when she starts to come. Don't panic when she gets loud or messy or buck wild. Hold her. Stay inside her.
Yes, please.
Let her ride your fingers until the aftershocks take her. And then, don't move. Keep one finger in. Place your other hand over her heart. Just be there. Still. Present. Anchored. Let her body come all the way back down to earth. In your hands.
That's how you finger her like you mean it. Like you're inside her, not just physically, but emotionally, erotically, unapologetically. Like your fingers are saying, you're mine right now. And if you do it right, she'll dream about your hands for weeks. She'll replay it in her mind every time she touches herself. And the next time she sees your fingers, she'll blush and ache at the same time.
Now, next, we take all that control you've learned and play with it.
Okay, listen. You've made her melt. You've made her come. You've made her trust your hands. But what if you didn't let her come? What if you touched her all the way to the brink and then stopped? Not because you're cruel, but because you're playing. Because you want to see what happens when she's so turned on she can't think straight. When she's writhing under your fingers. When she's begging you, please, please don't stop. And you just whisper, not yet.
This is the edge, the erotic edge, the fingertip edge. And it's where control becomes kink, where patience becomes power, where your fingers become gods of pleasure. You're not just in her body, you're controlling her need. And I swear, if you've never done this to someone, you're missing one of the most electrifying fucking dynamics in partnered sex.
Let's be real. Edging isn't just about not letting her come. It's about taking her so close to the peak that her thighs shake, her moans break, and her face looks like she's about to cry from want.
Or she's about to punch you.
And then you pull back. You slow your fingers. You go shallow. You lift your thumb off her clit. You pause your rhythm mid-stroke, and she loses her fucking mind.
She might buck. She might grab your hand. She may scream. Don't stop. Don't you fucking stop. And you lean in. You kiss her throat and you whisper, "You'll come when I say you can come, and not a second before." That moment, that's where power ignites. It's not mean, it's not manipulative, it's consensual dominance, or erotic leadership. You're not withholding to punish, you're denying to build pressure. You're turning her orgasm into a storm she'll never forget.
Let's talk mechanics. Your fingers are inside her, your thumb's on her clit. She's close, like right on the edge. Now here's your move. Slow your thrust, flatten your thumb just enough to dull the intensity, but not enough to stop. She'll hang right there on the razor's edge. Now pull out your fingers, drag them down her thigh. Circle her entrance with one fingertip, and then nothing. Just wait. Let her beg. Let her hips chase you. Let her whisper please through clenched teeth.
And then put just the tip of your middle finger back in. Don't move, just rest there. She'll try to take more. Her body will pull you in. Let her. Then curl just once, gently. Then pause. Circle her clit with the softest fingertip rotation you can manage. Then stop again. Watch her unravel. Make her beg. Because when she asks for it, when she's pleading, when her thighs are trembling and her voice is a wreck, her orgasm becomes a fucking confession.
Now flip the game. What if you made her ask permission? Can I come, please? You want to hear her desperation in her voice. You want her sobbing for climax, not out of pain, but because her nerves are burning with need. And when she finally breaks, when she says, "I can't take it anymore, I need to come, I need it," then, only then, do you give her everything. Drive your fingers deep, curl, stroke, apply that pressure on her clit like you mean to ruin her, and tell her, now.
And when she explodes, hold the fuck on, because her body is going to thrash. She'll clench so hard your wrist might ache. Her legs might lock. She might cry. She might laugh. You stay with her through the quake, through the aftershock, through the collapse. Because the real gift, well, it's not really the orgasm. It's what she gave you on the way there. Her trust, her control, her fucking surrender.
Now, guys, switch roles. You like control? Good. You like submission? Even better. Let her edge you. Let her tease your cock with her fingers until you're the one begging. There's power in both. And if you're brave enough, you'll try both.
Because guess what? He has skin hunger too. And his body deserves touch that isn't just about a cock and a finish. All right, I'll say it. Most men don't know how to receive touch. I mean, not really, not with presence, not with slowness or reverence, because we've been taught to be the ones who do the touching. We're supposed to be the initiators, the givers, the grabbers, the pushers. And when someone tries to really touch us, not just jerk us off or stroke our ego, but actually touch us like they want to feel us, we freeze, or we rush, or we just brush it off. We've been touched like a means to an end, not like a body worthy of pleasure.
So let's get something straight. Men's bodies crave erotic attention just as much as women's do. Maybe even more, because so many of them have been starved of it. When was the last time someone dragged their fingers up the inside of your thighs just to feel your muscles twitch? When was the last time someone touched your neck, your chest, your shoulders? Not for performance, not for a quick rub, but to tell your body, I'm here, I see you, I want every inch of you, not just your cock.
And let me say this directly to the women listening. If you want to unlock something primal in your man, stop heading straight for his dick. Start elsewhere, way elsewhere. I'm talking the nape of his neck, the back of his knee, the curve where shoulder meets chest, his inner elbow, his lower back, the place right behind his ear that makes him breathe differently. Treat him like a map, as we've talked about before. You know, like a secret you want to uncover.
Let's get dirty with the details. You're going to touch him the way we've told you to touch yourself. Start with intention. Start with breath. Start with presence. Stand behind him. Place your hands on his shoulders, not soft, not light, firm, solid, grounding. Let him feel your strength and safety. Then drag your nails down his back, not a scratch, a slow, deep pull. Wrap your arms around his waist, slide your fingers beneath his shirt, find his ribs, his stomach, his chest, grip, slide, graze. Now drag your thumbs under his pecs. Circle his nipples. That's right, his nipples.
Yeah, you heard her. Men have nipple nerves too.
Yep.
And most guys don't even know how good that shit can feel because no one's ever taken the time to actually tease them. All right, try this. Lick, blow, pinch, just a little, then circle the tip with your finger and whisper nothing but filth. Watch him shudder. Watch him grip the sheets. Watch him realize that he's allowed to be touched like this.
Then we move lower, but still not the cock yet. His hips. Trace them, grip them, bite them. His inner thighs. Press your palms there. Slide up, stop. Slide up again. Stop just short of touching his balls.
Tease.
Make him groan. Make him wait. Cup his ass. Grip it. Own it. Let him feel like a prize. You're not teasing to get him hard. You're claiming him. You're telling his body, you are safe in my hands and I'm going to use those hands to wreck you.
Now you can get to the cock. And this is where everything you learned about slow, sacred touch, apply it here. Don't go straight to stroking, though. That's rookie shit. Start at the base. Wrap your fingers around the root of his cock. Not tight, just there. Present. Claiming. Take your other hand and run a single finger up the shaft. One slow stroke. Now pause. Watch his breath change. Then use your thumb. Circle the tip. Spread the pre-cum over his head. Use it as lube. Hell, paint with it. Then back off. Let him feel the heat. Let him sit in the ache.
Then stroke him slow, not hard, not fast, not like porn. Stroke him like you're saying, I want you to feel this in your spine. Use both hands, one on the shaft, one cupping the balls. Stroke, pause, twist slightly at the top. Then come back down and let go entirely. Make him gasp. Make him whimper. Make him ask.
And if he lets go, if he moans or shakes, if he says your name in a voice that's wrecked with need, don't stop. Make him come into your hand like he's never been touched before. That's how you touch him like a lover and not just a partner.
We've spent this episode teaching you how to touch and how to be touched like a masterpiece. But what happens when you both bring that energy into the room? When your hands meet each other in devotion, hunger, stillness, ache? We're talking mutual erotic touch, where nobody's rushing to get off, where genitals aren't the destination, where the entire body is both map and compass.
Because here's the thing. When you both show up with presence, when you both decide to touch without an agenda, you create a loop, a circuit of energy, of tension, of fire, of tenderness. You're not trying to make each other come, you're trying to make each other feel. And in that space, fingers are holy, breath is worship, eye contact is the ignition.
Let's give you some practices, because we're not just here to talk, we're here to train your bodies to remember what they're capable of. Ready? Start seated. Clothes optional. You face each other, knees touching, eyes locked. Now choose one hand each. Right hand to right hand, palms pressed. Don't move yet. Just sit in the presence. Feel their skin, their temperature, their pulse. Then slowly, so fucking slowly, drag your fingertips down their arm. Just the one arm, from shoulder to elbow to wrist to palm. Now stop. Look them in the eyes and breathe.
Next, mirror touch. You touch their face, they touch yours. At the same time, same pace. If you stroke their cheek with the back of your knuckles, they do the same. You touch their collarbone, they touch yours. Keep going. Stay with the rhythm. Don't speak. Let your body say everything. Now, bring your foreheads together. Stay there. Hands roaming, breath shared. Feel the heat without needing to act on it. Just sit in the tension.
Here's a dirtier version. One of you lies down, the other kneels beside them. Now, the person on their back, their job is only to receive. No moving, no touching back, no rushing. The one on top, your hands are the stars. You touch everything. Chest, belly, arms, neck, thighs. You hover. You graze. You pause. And right when it gets so intense that they start to squirm, you back off. Not because you're cruel, because you're in control. And then you switch. Give each other the same fire, the same ache, the same stillness.
You can also build a ritual out of this. Once a week, 20 minutes, no talking, no sex, just touch. And here's the rule: no genitals. It forces you to kind of expand, to get creative, to learn their reactions, to treat a rib cage like it's a clit, to treat the base of a neck like it's a cock. Because when you strip away the shortcuts, you're left with presence. And that's actually the sexiest thing in the world.
You want to blow each other's minds? Bring tools into the mix. Feathers for teasing nerve endings, fur or velvet for warmth and drag, ice cubes to shock and melt, warm oil to slick and glide. Blindfold one of you. Let the other be the artist. Touch becomes a painting, a language, a fucking revolution.
Last one, try a full body fingertip trace. One of you lies down, the other uses just one finger to trace from forehead to lips to chest to stomach to thighs to toes. Never touch the genitals. Not once, not even by accident. See if you can still make them moan. See if you can still leave them soaked, shaking, speechless, hard as a rock, whatever, without ever going there. That's the art. That's the edge. That's the whole damn point.
When two people learn to touch like this, they don't just have better sex. They have deeper trust. They have chemistry that crackles in the silence. They create safety and tension at the same time because your hands become the relationship. You're saying, I see you. I want you. I'm not rushing you. I'm here. And when your body gets that message, it opens.
Now, this part is going to be different. It's not hot for the sake of heat. It's not filthy for fun.
It's where we name the real shit, the stuff no one wants to admit, but almost everyone carries. The fear of being seen, the shame of being felt, the reflex to flinch when someone reaches for you, even if you want it. Because the truth is, not everyone can melt under your fingers. Some people freeze. Some people check out. Some people smile through touch they don't really want because they don't know how to say no. And some people just disappear inside their own skin.
Maybe that's you. Maybe someone touched you before you were ready. Maybe someone touched you without asking. Maybe someone touched you for themselves and not for you. Or maybe no one's touched you at all. Not in a way that made you feel held, wanted, or worshipped. And now you don't even know what kind of touch you want. You feel disconnected, like your body is a house you haven't been home to in years.
This is your invitation to come back, not with force, not with pressure, but with permission. You don't have to perform. You don't have to moan on cue. You don't have to be ready. You just have to stay in the room with your breath, with your heart, with your body, exactly as it is. And if all you can say is, touch me slowly, touch me gently, don't go there yet, that's not resistance, that's wisdom.
Let me talk to the partners now, the ones doing the touching. If your lever flinches, freezes, or zones out, don't take it personally. Mm-hmm. Don't push, don't disappear. Stay. Be still, be soft. Your hands can say, I'm not going anywhere, louder than any words. And sometimes that moment right there where you pause, breathe, and wait for them to catch up, that's the most erotic thing you can possibly do.
You know what's sexy? Consent, slowness, attunement. You want to touch someone like a goddess? You want to touch someone like a king? Then you listen. You listen to the sighs and the silences, the moans and the flinches, the gasps of want and the stillness of fear. You ask with your hands, is this okay? Is this too much? Can I go here with you? And when they nod, whisper yes or pull you closer, then you touch, not before.
Because here's what happens when someone feels safe in your hands. They unfold. They bloom. They take you places you didn't even know were possible. They sob when they come. They laugh during orgasms. They shake when they realize you're still there, even after they showed you the messy parts. They let go, not because you forced them, but because you stayed when it got scary. That's real intimacy. That's real eroticism. That's healing sex.
And here's something tender to remember. Touch isn't always about what you do. It's about what you hold. You can hold someone's fear, hold someone's tears, hold someone's shame, not fix it, not erase it, but just be with it. Touch is being with. Sometimes that's a fingertip on the wrist. Sometimes it's laying next to them while they shake. Sometimes it's not touching at all, just whispering, I'll wait. You're not alone.
So if you've shut down before, or if you've been numb or scared or confused, you're not the problem. You're not hard to love. You're not too much or not enough. You're just human. And your skin remembers things even when your brain doesn't. So be gentle with it and let your partner be gentle with it too. This isn't about doing more. It's about being there.
And when you're ready, when your skin says yes again, when you let someone's fingers stay and you don't pull away, that's the real erotic return. And it's not a fireworks moment. It's a quiet, trembling, heart-racing homecoming. Your body's saying, thank you for waiting. I trust you now. Touch me again, but don't rush.
We're almost to the end now. One little part to go, and it's a big one. The one where we take everything we've talked about and show you how to leave a fucking legacy with your hands.
Okay, we've talked about skin hunger, about shame, about tease, about control, about surrender. But now it's time to ask one question. Who do you want to be in your partner's memory? Do you want to be forgettable, the one who groped and grabbed and called it foreplay? Or do you want to be the one they still dream about when they touch themselves in the dark? The one they compare everyone else to because no one else has ever touched like you did?
Let me say it blunt. Your cock might make her come, but your fingers can make her cry. Your fingers can make her confess, can make her fall in love, can make her feel like the only fucking woman on the planet who matters at the moment. That's the difference between touching to get off and touching to leave a mark.
The lovers she remembers, they didn't have tricks. They had presence. They had intention. They had the audacity to slow the fuck down and touch her like they weren't going anywhere. That's what makes someone unforgettable. Not how deep you went, not how fast you stroked, not how dirty you talked, but whether she felt held, heard, haunted, whether your fingers made her body say, oh my God, finally.
Let me give you a scene. She's lying there, breathing heavy, not just turned on, opened up, and your fingers are still inside her, still stroking, still listening. You're watching her come apart again and again. And she says your name in a tone she's never used before. Not performative, not girly, not porn-like, but broken, real. Because you didn't just touch her clit, you touched the part of her that doesn't trust easily, the part that aches to be seen, the part that wants to be ruined and loved at the same time. That's who you become when you master the erotic hand.
You want to take it even farther? Here's your final assignment. One night, just one. Tell your partner, no sex tonight, no genitals, just hands. Turn the lights down low, put on music, get warm oil or lube if you want. Then just touch. Touch her like her thighs hold secrets. Touch his chest like it's holy. Touch their body like you could spend the rest of your life just mapping this moment. No destination, no end goal, just intimacy that lingers.
And when it's done, don't jump up. Don't just go straight to cleaning. Don't break the spell. Hold them. Let the electricity settle. Let the silence say what words can't. Because when you've touched someone like this, like they're sacred, like they're fire, like they're your fucking home, you don't have to say, I love you. They already know. They feel it in their skin, in their bones, in the ache they'll still feel tomorrow when you're gone and they're still wet from your memory.
So let's close like this. Your hands are not just tools, they are invitations to presence, to surrender, to erotic transformation. Use them, not just to please, but to speak, hold, witness, worship. Let every touch say, I'm here, I want you, I'm not rushing this, I'm staying. And when someone finally gives you their body, their trust, their moans, their honest fucking pleasure, honor it. Because you're not just touching a body, you're touching a life.
Thanks for staying with us. Thanks for listening with your whole body. And thanks for being the kind of lover who gives a damn. Because that changes everything. We'll see you next time on Why Is It So Hard with Lizzie and Nash. Now, go touch someone like you mean it.
Yes.